Welcome to our journey into the future. We are in 2025, and I believe that every country or organization have their, Vision 2030. They have what they want to be in the next 5 years, or what they want to have in the next 5 years. Now, if you're being asked where you want to be in the next 5 years, what would you say? Or what you want to have, what you want to be doing, where you want to see yourself in the next 5 years, what would you say? In this video, that is what we are going to talk about. Even though we've made resolutions or plans for this year, we need to prepare ourselves for the next 5 years so that we can measure where we've been. So you need to know where you want to be in the next 5 years and then prepare for it. So this video is going to help you prepare for the next 5 years so that you can see the improvement that you can create. It is said that people overestimate what they can do in a year than what they can do in 10 years. So you have to understand that thinking long term is important, not just looking at today or now. You need, or just this year or this month, you need to think long term. And that is why we need to talk about, how we can prepare for the next 5 years. Now, before we begin, I just want to take this opportunity to thank all my subscribers. I just want to say that I appreciate your support. And thank you for subscribing, taking your time to watch my videos, seeing the impact, and then subscribing. One promise that I'm going to make to you is that I'm going to continue doing this and give you the right information. So thank you once again. And if this is your first time watching any of my videos, please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and then leave a comment to help the channel grow. Thank you, and now let's begin. Now, the first thing that we are going to talk about is setting goals. You cannot start this without having goals. That is long-term goals, because we are talking about 5 years here. In the next 5 years, where do you want to be? What are your goals? Your long-term goals, because your short-term goals will help you achieve your long-term goals. So you need to know where you want to be in the next 5 years. In terms of anything, you need to know. It is important for you to set goals, and you need to set SMART goals that is going to help you achieve them. Now, SMART is, you need to be specific. Your goals, you need to know exactly what you're looking for. Now, it should be measurable. You can't just say, I want money. You need to set goals about, this amount of money. And whatever you are going to do, you need to be able to measure your results or your inputs. How far am I? How am I going? How am I moving? Is it too slow, or am I moving too fast? You need to be able to measure it. Now, is it achievable? Your goals, are they achievable? A lot of people set goals that they cannot achieve, or it is even impossible. You need to set goals that you can achieve, trusting in your skills and your willingness to learn to achieve it. So whatever you set for yourself, is it achievable? Yes, if it is, then you need to go and work for it. Now, is it relevant? Is it important? What goal have you set? What do you really want? Is it really important? Is it that important to you? Because if it is important to you, you'll be able to do whatever it takes to achieve it. And the last one is T, and that is time bound. You need to say that I need it. I'm going to do this today, and I need it in 5 years. In 5 years, when you set that target, it will help you to work. But if you say that, I will just do it, without setting a time frame in which you are going to do it, and when you want it, it becomes a problem. You will not be able to act. That is why you need to put time to it, whatever it is that you are looking for. And that is why we are planning for the next 5 years. We set that time, even though we can do it for 10 years, but we are setting it up to 5 years. And within that 5 years, the goals that you set should be achievable within 5 years. Now, you might get surprises, as in you might be able to do more, but you should be able to set the goals in such a way that you'll be able to do them. They are really important to you, and then they are specific enough for you to work and achieve them. So that is number one. Now, number two, your finances. How are you managing your finances in the next 5 years? How much money do you want to have in the bank? In terms of how much money do you want to be worth? You need to ask yourself this in the next 5 years. Right now, you don't have any money, you are broke and all that. What are your plans towards the next 5 years? In 2030, what would you say? what would you do? How much money would you be complaining about the same things in the next 5 years? No. How are you managing your money? Now you can start by setting an emergency fund. Now, an emergency fund is 6 months accumulation of your current income. So your salary, let's say you earn 5,000 or 2,000, whatever. If you put it together, so let's say you earn 2,000, 6 months of that will be 12,000. You need to save it somewhere that you don't touch. Or it could be, if you check your life and you ask yourself, you say that, oh, for me it will take me 2,000 a month for me to be okay. Then you save that amount of money 6 times. You need to have that accumulation of that money 6 times, like 12,000 in your bank account that you don't touch. It is untouchable. It is for emergencies only. Let's say you lose your job or something bad happens, you have that money to support you. And if you are not investing, you should. Those who are already investing, you can, diverse, grow more so that you can be able to do more and achieve more. So these are just key things that you need to consider in order to prepare yourself and to work yourself towards the next 5 years in terms of whatever you are looking for, where you want to see yourself. You understand? If you are doing business in the next 5 years, where do you want to be? Where do you want the business to be? How much money do you want to come into the business? How much money do you want to be making? So you need to consider this when it comes to your finances. So these are tips that you can learn. Then the next step is to consider, personal growth. When it comes to your mental health, your physical health, emotional, your intelligence, what are you doing to yourself? How are you improving physically? If you are fat, you need to lean, lose weight. You need to lose down. You can't just be putting stress on your body. Lose weight. If you don't like your body, your form, go and do something about it. Go and work out. Physically, if you feel like you're always in pain or you're weak, get stronger. Go to the gym and work out. Emotionally, how are you doing? You need to learn how to control your emotions. Your mental, are you reading? What are you doing? What are you feeding your mind to help with your mental, health? You need to consider all these things because in the next 5 years, all these things will matter. If you don't take, these things seriously now, it is going to affect you in the long term. That is in the next 5 years. So when you are doing everything every day, you should consider, what will be the accumulation of the, inputs that I'm putting in the long term. You understand? So let's say the effect that you are going to get if you are eating sugar every day or you are not working out, you are sleeping. How is that going to affect you in the long term? In the next 5 years, where would that lead you to? These are things that you need to check. So you can work out, you can read books or practice yoga or whatever it is to help with your emotions, your physical health and your mental health also, to help you grow. Because in the next 5 years, you should grow. You are supposed to grow in any aspect of your life. And the next thing that you need to consider is your career. Where do you want to go in terms of your career? In the next 5 years, which job do you want to be doing? What do you want to be working on? If you are already in your career, understand that it is a marathon, not a sprint. You need to take your time. But in the next 5 years, where do you want to be? In your current job, in the next 5 years, do you want to do something for a promotion? Or you want to change your career? What is your plan? You need to consider all these things. Because for me personally, when it comes to career, now I'm leaning, like I've been in the tech industry, like being IT, hardware and networking, but now I'm going in deeper, learning about AI and when it comes to cybersecurity, I'm learning those stuff to help improve myself, to prepare myself for the next 5 years. The world is changing, and you need to change with it, and it will come with AI is rising. What skills do you need for the next 5 years? Because if you still stay with the old stuff, you might get surprised and you might lose your job to something, or people who are using AI. So you need to consider all these things: your career, the world is changing, what are you going to do, what new skills that you need to acquire in order to prepare yourself for the future. You need to consider this. Also, in the next 5 years, you cannot do it without contributing to the society. So what are your plans to contribute to the society? What are you going to do to help the community, the people around you, your family, or your church, whatever? You need to consider this when you are preparing for the next 5 years. Now, if you are wondering how you are going to do it, you can read Atomic Habits to help you with habits, building new habits in order for you to achieve these goals. I have read it and it has really changed me. Breaking new ones, setting your environment to help you build that habit that you want, or even changing your environment to help you break that habit that you have, that you don't like. You understand? You can read, there are apps that can help you track your progress, or wherever you are, there are apps that you can use. So think about all these things and then work towards it. You understand? I'll be sharing with you some of the apps on the screen so that you can download it and help yourself with that. And also, understand that all these rich people that you see, all the successful people in the world, they plan ahead. They look at the long term. In terms of business, especially, when you start, there will be rough times. You understand? Things are going to be hard for you. But understand, if you continue to persist, and you stay resilient, and then you don't give up, in the long term, the payout is always great. The results will be worth it. So think about it and then work towards this thing. So thank you. I hope this video makes sense to anybody out there. If you are new here, once again, don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and leave a comment in the comment section. And thank you for watching once again. See you in my next video. Peace out.